My dear students, welcome back to online moral science class. Today we will go through part 2, chapter 5, Robinson Crusoe. Let us go through the chapter. While moving around the forest, he noticed some goats grazing. He made an enclosure in the meadow and drove them inside the fence. While he was walking or moving around the forest, Robinson noticed some goats are eating grass. He found some goats are wandering there, so he created a fence and brought the goats into the fence. So they cannot go out without the permission of Crusoe. He began to domesticate the goats, which ensured him a very steady supply of milk. So when he started goats rearing, the domestication of goats helped him to assure enough supply of milk. His hunting expeditions yielded him meat, fish, honey, and other edible things. So he regularly conducted hunting, which provided him with enough food items like fish, honey, meat, and other edible things. One day, he noticed a boat approaching the shore. A group of men were dragging two slaves ashore from the boat. One day, Crusoe noticed that a boat was approaching the shore. Naturally, he will become very happy because he can ask them to take him to his place back. So with great expectation he was watching the things happening there, but it was something wrong was going to happen there. In that boat they carried two slaves and they brought these slaves into that particular island to burn them alive. That's why they brought them to that island. Robinson understood that they are going to kill the slaves alive. So he used his weapons and attacked them back and saved the life of one slave. And those people managed to escape in that boat with one slave. One day he noticed a boat approaching the shore. A group of men were dragging two slaves ashore from this boat. Then they set up a fire in the sand to burn the slaves alive. So they started the process of burning the slaves alive. So they set up a fire. Crusoe fired from his gun. Crusoe used his gun and fired them. They got frightened. They became so terrible and frightened, took hold of one of the slaves and escaped. When they found one enemy in opposite, this group of people escaped from there with one slave and left one slave in the island. Crusoe rescued the other slave and named him Friday as a remembrance of the day he was found. Crusoe rescued the slave and named him Friday as a remembrance of the day he was found. So, in order to remember that day, he just named him as Friday. Friday became a very good companion of Crusoe, a great help in his farming, hunting, and animal domestication. So, whatever the activities happened in that island by Robinson Crusoe, this friend, newly got friend, Friday, helped him for everything such as farming, hunting, animal domestication, etc. Crusoe also made him a literate man. So it means he was illiterate. So Crusoe helped him to write and learn. He was an illiterate man, so Crusoe helped him to read and write. Although both of them were now quite accustomed to the conditions of the island and the secluded life. So, whatever the life they got in hand, they were happy and able to adjust with the current situation they are facing. They are so lonely. Now they have an isolated life, even though they find comfort by their own. Their desire to return to the civilized land and grew more and more. They wanted to go back to their place. One day they saw a ship anchoring near the shore and two boats approaching the island. One day they noticed that one ship is approaching to the island along with the other two boats. They hid behind the bushes and watched carefully. They watched the things carefully and understood something wrong was going on in the ship. It appeared that there was a mutiny in the ship and some crew members wanted to abandon the captain and his followers in the lonely island. A fight was going on in the ship. It was between few crew members and the captain. The crew members wanted to abandon the captain in the lonely island. Robinson hid behind the bushes and watched everything. Crusoe approached the captain and offered him help. In return, he demanded ferrying him and Friday to England. So, this was the right time to talk for a deal. Robinson approached the captain and offered him help. In return of the support, he demanded they should be ferried in their place. So the captain should transport them to their own place, that is England. Using the help of captain's men and Friday, Crusoe recaptured the ship from the mutineers. Thus, after spending long years in solitude, Crusoe returned to his native land along with Friday. So, Crusoe, captains, followers, and Friday, with the support of these people, Crusoe could save the man, save the captain, and after long years of struggle and secluded life, they went back to England. Crusoe returned to his native land along with Friday. It was really impossible for his family and friends to believe the breathtaking story of his escape and survival. My dear students, even if it is a story, how wonderful it is. This is what, if we have a very serious ambition to achieve something, we should achieve it. My dear students, Second part of Robinson Crusoe ended here. Just go through the chapter. The story is very interesting and very easy to understand and learning. Have a great day.